today. From Salt Lake City, Utah, it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Salt Lake City Elks taking on the Chicago Tigers.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Chicago Tigers and the Salt Lake City Elks. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, you look at this Salt Lake City ball club. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest three-game win streak. On the other side of the field for our visitors here, they've come in on a... The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their seventh-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Well, it's football 101 because when you come in as the favorite team, you obviously don't want to hand any kind of advantage to an opponent ready for an upset. Now, you'll be lucky to only be down 3-0 the next time you get the ball back because you've just handed them a dose of confidence to start this game.
So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And what he's thinking about right now is first down, let's find a way to make a big play. Because when you get a sudden change situation and that defense has to rush onto the field unexpectedly, you might catch them having a defensive breakdown or not quite prepared.
And it was really sudden after the first play picked off. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They keep it on the ground with Langford. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. A run from the pistol with Langford. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same
touchdown. great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Elks take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
This is similar to baseball where you walk the leadoff hitter and you don't expect him to come around and score. Almost impossible. Anytime a defense has to defend a short field, you usually end up seeing the result we saw, giving up points.
Now the extra point. And it's good to make it 7-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots.
Anderson loses the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 15 to be exact. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now Anderson. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
On 3rd down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. They were able to get him down and force the punt.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
He'll look to throw. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. He is proving his worth defensively, getting the sack here. That comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
They're going to look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. The Chicago offense set to get started. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Fox. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
4th down, so Zach Taylor sends out the field goal unit. This will be from 49 yards out. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll look to throw here. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
They bring their punter out there now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Gets past 1 man. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And over first and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complimentary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
Anderson. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. On first and 10, Anderson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Up the middle they go. Fox. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Now Anderson, throwing again on 2nd and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Anderson. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Well, we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the first down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees it, rips it, there you go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
To throw is Anderson. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Touchdown! An 11-yard touchdown. And the Tigers have taken the lead. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Now the try here for the point after. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. A 10-play drive that time, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by Langford. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd down, Langford. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Looking to throw. Checks it underneath to Langford. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They get 9 yards there, and they get a 1st down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll look to throw. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Extra point forthcoming. It's good to make it 17-7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Well, that's 2 sacks in this game, so add that to the 4 from last week. I think that's 6.
Good math. Excellent math. And look, he's going to get all the attention. He deserves it. He got home and got the quarterback on the ground. But that's a concentrated team effort because you have a lot of guys who occupy blockers to allow him access to rush the passer.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. Now back to throw. Hard throw, incomplete. And they'll send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Nifty move. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Anderson now to throw on second down. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. Here's Anderson from the gun on third down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up fourth.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's Lamb. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. Back to throw. Anderson. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 5 yards remain on second down. Looking to throw. Anderson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. The offense on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this is a beauty, as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They'll run with Langford to begin the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lamb. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Dumps it into the flat to Langford. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. 2nd and 6. Flush to his right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They give to Langford up the gun. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to about the 19. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as he'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. This offense back to work now late in this first half. And just inside of a minute left, Charles, they got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Anderson, a final shot before break. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend. So lots to get to as we check out what's going on here in Week 11. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle. And it's the Niners who have the lead in that one. The 49ers seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they were winners in their ball game over the visiting Dallas Cowboys. The home teamers need to string a few wins together here down the stretch, but this last one moves them back above 500 at 6-5. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they were losers in that ball game to the visiting New Orleans Saints. The Saints are most likely looking at a playoff-free season, but they do pick up win number 3 on the year. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And this
this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw here. Steps away to his left. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Ooh, the juke. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Throwing to start the drive, Anderson.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
Now Anderson going to throw again. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Back to throw. Anderson. He's got a man. Complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Call that a gain of 38. A big march forward on the third down conversion. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Back to throw again. Over the middle, it's complete. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there.
His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year.
And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
They toss to Langford. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. And he can't escape, and down he goes. And now that brings up fourth down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the third quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. And on now is the punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Here's Smith to return it. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Chicago offense set to get started.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000's a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
To throw is Anderson. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And the lead is now 24. 5 plays there on that drive. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try to get the ground game going with Langford. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here's 2nd and 8. Escaping the pressure right. He finds his man complete. It's Zimmerman. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Lamb. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the 3rd quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident. Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Anderson now to throw on 2nd down. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Anderson. And a quick throw here. That's complete.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
I'd have to say they're feeling like they are in rhythm right now. Things are in sync, aren't they? Team's winning, got a nice little margin on the scoreboard, completing some passes, and they just completed another one for a 1st down there to the tight end.
Here's Anderson throwing on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Looking to throw on second down. Anderson.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Anderson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And the stiff arm proved fruitful for a second, but the daylight quickly snuffed out.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Tigers are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Extra point splits the uprights, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. They're facing a big fourth quarter deficit here. Things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season. But in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Zimmerman. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with second and a couple. They'll drop to throw. It's caught. Here's Langford. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. They'll set up to throw. It's Zimmerman. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring up second down. Back to throw. This complete to Langford. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Back to throw now on first down. Flushed out right. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the defense. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. Extra point attempt to follow here. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Taken at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Forced out to his left.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. It's second down.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Point after try forthcoming. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. They'll set up a throw. Looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Eluding the pressure right.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. .49-yard punt, 5 on the return.
Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense.
And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
70 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1. And this offense on 3rd down today, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
So they bring out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Point after here coming up. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Taken in at the 3. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And he's got his big tight end here. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. 2nd and 3. That his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Looking to throw. Anderson. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. Anderson looking to throw on 2nd down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Anderson got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Tigers add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. CD, it'll go into the books as just one win, but this is a really impressive win. They've done it on defense, and here they continue to do it on offense. Another score in the fourth quarter to widen that advantage.
I like where you were going with that one. Would you say, partner, it was really 3 victories today? Landslide on the scoreboard, emphatic victory on either side of the ball. They really got it done.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if finally we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Out of the gun now on third down. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give him 9, though, on the return. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. The Chicago offense set to get started. Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this point.
Do you think that on the sideline, some jokester said to one of his teammates, maybe a few of them, hey, we're up 50. Why not go for 100? You think maybe that line was uttered on the sideline? I can't believe what we're seeing here. An NFL game this lopsided.
And he's got this one just across midfield to the 49. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 105 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for our visitors, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Big D to take on the Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Salt Lake City, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.